Good evening. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals actually I'm in Orlando right now at the Florida United Numismatist Show, which is at the Orange County Convention Center. I'll be here until Sunday. Actually, I'll be here until tomorrow. So if you're in town, a couple of viewers out there and a couple commenters came by and said hello. I think Deep Teal, like to give a shout out to her. Thanks for coming by with your friend. And I'm really flattered when people come out to introduce themselves, so thank you very much. Well, it's been an interesting show here. The coin market seems pretty damn healthy here. But meanwhile, let me just kind of go into precious metal markets. And here is a video or live picture of Lauderdale by the Sea that you will hardly ever see from me unless I get videos done late like I did today. Super busy here at the show, and I've also had some connection issues as well. But take a look at that, man. What a beautiful evening down there. I don't even know what the temperature is. 81, beautiful day. A little cooler up here in Orlando, though. Let's take a look at the spot prices and see what we've got going on. And I'm going to do a quick refresh here, which I probably shouldn't. Oh, it actually refreshed. We're sitting at current aftermarket $17.97, so pretty much close to that $1,800 level. Low of $17.84, a high of $17.99. Silver too. I was a little concerned. Look at that. We had a low at $21.99, so it did try to crack below that $2200, that $22 level, and a high at $22.45. So currently sitting at $22.38. So a nice little rubber band recovery there. You know, the crooks at COMEX are really trying their hardest to monkey hammer this down, but I believe the physical and the silver apes out there and the people that just consistently put the pressure on by buying this stuff are creating that rubber band effect where it just kind of flies back to close to where it was. So good job, guys. Platinum $960, still underpriced in my opinion. $953 the low, $976 the high. So kind of trading in a range. Not quite sure what the other day's monkey hammering was all about, but looks like we've recovered slightly. Let's see what happens on Sunday night and Monday morning. I'm going to look at the 24-hour chart here real quick. Super short video today, guys. Again, sorry I'm out of town right now. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. And if you hear all that background noise, you can hear that it's a very busy show. Lots of people back there. That's what the hum is. The hum of people doing business. The hum of capitalism. Looks like our monkey hammering really in gold happened, of course, where else but New York crooked COMEX markets, and there you go. There's your spike downward, and then kind of recovered very quickly. Again, like a rubber band effect. Boom, snaps back. Same thing with silver, it looks like, as well today. Well, actually not. Let's take a look at when the hemorrhaging happened in silver. And you know what? I'm gonna make a safe assumption that this fall in silver overnight was not on the London markets. Again, my assumption that the knockdown on silver overnight was probably on the. Sorry about the people talking in the background. There you go. They're done with the PA system. It looks like this monkey hammering occurred in the overnight markets. I just don't feel it in London that this happened right here overnight. I feel this is just them getting down and dirty at the Globex markets, which are owned by crooked COMEX and the CME. And take a look at that. Boy, just a trend from last night. Again, I just don't see that kind of activity, those kind of downs, those kind of volumes being sold. Especially in Hong Kong and London, which is really not a silver market. So I suspect that last night someone unleashed a lot of silver in the thinly traded New York Globex markets, causing that downdrift. I could be completely wrong, but good assumption on my part, I think, at least. Well, I'm not going to go into news, and I'm not going to go into the news aspect of it, and I'd like to thank everybody for following me, even though I didn't have a very short show yesterday at the Fun Show, and I'm hoping Marcelo doesn't title it at the Fun Show again. You'll be seeing double. Here's what I'm seeing at the Fun Show. There are very little bullion products here. It looks like Silver Eagles are still trading at a too high of a price. I've met a few customers here that wanted to buy Silver Eagles. I directed them away from it. Even if they've come down to like spot plus $8, which it looks like they have on the retail level, it's still too high. There's too many products out there in silver that you can buy for spot plus $375 or less, 100 ounce, 10 ounce, 1 ounce bars and other products. So to spend $5 and $6 and $7 and $8 premiums on silver, to me just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Give me 1 second here. Dropping things all over the place. And so, try to try to avoid silver eagles in any products that you're paying more than $3.75 per ounce for on silver, unless you want to collect it and you just think it's cool, then you're in the collecting mode. I would avoid that stuff. Gold seems to be in the same level right now. Again, gold eagles have come down quite a bit from being $200 over spot, as you know, from last summer, and for a long time, to closer to 117 over on the retail level. But again, there's better deals out there. You can buy gold bars and you can buy maple leafs in that $80 to $90 range. And for every gold bar you buy for $80, you could probably throw in another ounce of silver for the same price you would have bought a gold eagle for. So I think that's a much better deal. Well, as far as the activity in this coin show going on right now, it's mostly coins, folks. Not a lot of bullion dealers are at coin shows. Used to be years ago, but for some reason, I just don't think they bring their inventory like they used to. I suspect there was some stackers that came out here hoping to stack up in gold and silver, but they were kind of disappointed. And frankly, I didn't bring any silver or gold that I would sell to retail customers. I did bring silver eagles, but I refuse to sell them to retail people at these levels. I tell them, I'm kind of being like the Jerry Seinfeld soup Nazi here. Sorry, no eagles for you. But I just can't sell them. So what I do is I bring that kind of stuff up here to sell to other dealers. If they're willing to pay the stupid premium for it, I'll sell it to dealers. They're big boys. They can make their own decisions, but I'm not comfortable selling them to the public. As far as what's hot and what's not, what's hot here, if you're a coin guy, tone coins are just off the hook. Coins that have rainbow colors on them, naturally toned. Some people that aren't in coin people would call it tarnished, but pretty tarnished coins are bringing ridiculous numbers out here. I mean, silver dollars that are normally worth $200 or $300 with the proper color on them are bringing $1,000. So that's a hot market right now. CC dollars, GSA CC dollars have backed off a little bit. They were as high as 400. They're down to the 350 level now on the wholesale basis. And the overall general consensus here is everyone's having a great show. But again, coin show, folks, not a bullion show, unfortunately. And I don't think there are bullion shows. And so a lot of activity, too, a lot of public in here. I'll tell you one thing. There is, I'd say maybe 5% of the people here have masks on. It's kind of funny seeing people in a large building in crowds. Nobody's social distancing here. People are just packed in here like sardines, and maybe 5% of them are wearing masks. And you know what? The same thing happened at the last July show when I was here. Nobody was wearing masks except for maybe 5% of the people. And all those guys that didn't wear masks, I still see them here today. So I guess they lived through the last time. But no less, very interesting and nice to see people living their lives and coin collectors enjoying their hobby again, because for a couple years there were no shows. Well, I'll do more coin stuff in the future. I know I'm a boy. I mostly talk about bullion, but at some point, I'm going to start talking more about coins. Well, anyway, hey, thanks for watching. This is Brian Kuzma with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, and hopefully you can hear me. And I'll be back on Monday. I'll give you a wrap-up of what happened here this weekend, and we'll go over precious metal prices on Monday. Also, I want you to keep one thing in mind here. Interestingly enough, it occurred to me, again, I kind of was sitting there and I was thinking, gold, gold, gold. Why is gold so much better than every asset in the entire world? And I realized that the Basel agreement, the Basel III deal, remember, one of the things that people overlooked is that they turned gold into a Tier 1 asset. So think about this. The only other Tier 1 assets out there, I think, were U.S. Treasuries were considered a Tier 1 asset. Gold is now considered a Tier 1 asset like Treasuries. Go, baby. We're Tier 1 now, folks. So if you ever have any doubts about owning your gold and your silver, because silver will follow gold, just remember this. It is a Tier 1 asset like Treasuries, and you can't get better than that. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Talk to you on Monday, and have yourself a great, hey, sorry to leave that screen up for you like that. Have yourself a great evening and a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye now.